Another week, another episode, dude. My name's Levi McCurdy, and this is the What Are We Doing podcast. Listen, we all just got done celebrating the 4th of July, okay? The colors, the hot dogs, the fireworks, the parties. I mean, the joy that this country has in one day is just fascinating to me. And now, of course, it's the 4th of July. So that means all of the pride flags come down. No more pride flags except for on this podcast, dude. On this podcast. There it is. I'm pointing directly to it this time. Not this week, baby. I'm not going to be opposite this week. You know what I mean? I'm not Levi opposite pants today. Okay? So there's our pride flag. That's going to stay up there all the time because we're supportive of the LGBTQ plus A, maybe one or two other letters, supportive all year round. Supportive all year round. So our pride flag's staying up. Does your favorite local business still have their pride flag up? Probably not. Probably not. They probably took it down. That's all right. I got to go to the mall next week. Because the iPad repair that was supposed to take 10 to 15 minutes 4 weeks ago still isn't done. So we're going to go to the mall, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you how many pride flags there are. You know what I mean? So just a fascinating holiday, right? But some people didn't even get fireworks, dude. Some people didn't even get fireworks this year. Okay? Can you believe it? Can you freaking believe it? Just another shortage, another COVID shortage. If you thought getting baby formula for your starving child was bad, I mean, what's going on with the fireworks? Does no one want to work in this country, huh? No one wants to work? Is that what's up? That's what's going on? No one's working in this country. There's a pyrotechnic shortage in this country. And guess what? It's the busiest day of the year for pyrotechnics, right? Am I right? Listen to this.
We were notified a couple weeks ago from our fireworks supplier that they had to cancel our fireworks show because they did not have a qualified licensed pyrotechnician available to shoot the show. Obviously, it sent us scrambling.
When she received the
So, dude, I mean, it's rough in these streets. We don't have enough pyrotechnics to keep going. We don't have enough pyrotechnics to keep the shows going. So this is what they had to do. You know what I mean? We have to cancel the 4th of July. Shit.
The cancellation email from their supplier, she was disappointed, but understood why they were short-staffed.
You have to understand that pyrotechnicians, it's not a full-time job, they're contractual. So they literally are working the major events of the year. And obviously July 4th is the number one event of the year. And hence everybody wants to do their fireworks show on July 4th.
The fireworks and
That's right. Because when else?
Fairfax are now scheduled for July 5th.
Do you have fireworks? One town in Virginia is having their fireworks right now, today. July 5th or July 6th. Like, I hope they got them for 50% off, dude. Because right now, they're 50% off. They're 50% off down the street. I hope so. Listen, and no one wants to go. No one wants to go to the 5th of July fireworks show. It's not called the 5th of July fireworks. It's called the 4th of July. No one's having a 5th of July party. How hard is it to find reliable people to help you get some work done anymore? You know what I mean? We contract out these pyrotechnic guys years and years in advance because, you know what I mean, we need everything to happen on that day. So we contract you for that day. Okay. And how hard is it to find someone who will actually show up? I mean, we hear it every day. We get inquiries every day from people saying that like their DJ canceled on them last minute and they need us to fill in. And like, unfortunately we can't because we're booked too. So it's like, it's absolutely insane. You know what? You know who they should have hired? They should have hired Tim. Tim is this random guy. I don't even think his name's Tim. His name's not Tim? No. We're not going to say his name. Tim is a random guy on Facebook. And he posts like, here's a picture on the screen as an example. He posts the most boomer selfie imaginable. Like just Google boomer selfie and then go to images. That's Tim, right? This is what Tim's status said on Facebook this morning. I saw it on one of like the groups that I'm a part of for whatever reason. I deleted everyone on Facebook. So if you're my friend on Facebook, congratulations. And if you're not, there's either A, a reason, or B, I just forgot. So send me a friend request and I'll accept it. You know what I mean? So this is what Tim's status said. And I got to just get myself off these stupid Facebook groups. It's these Facebook groups that just go on and on and on. And no one really ever really does anything about it. You know what I mean? So this is what Tim's status said. He said, struggling to survive, I believe in neighbors helping neighbors, and I believe in working for what a person gets. So I'm selling myself and my services. I can do pretty much any home maintenance and upkeep, and I'm more than willing to do whatever needs to be done. Whatever you need help with, or anything you just don't feel like doing, affordable rates with professional results. I can provide references if needed. Tim will get the job done. Listen. How much money do you think Tim will charge us to set up that $600 robot vacuum your aunt bought us for Christmas? That's been sitting in the closet for like 6 months. Do you think if we give Tim $20, he'll come set it up for us? I don't feel like doing it. Like, what else needs done around here? This fucking studio's filthy. You don't do shit around here, okay? The studio's fucking filthy. When's the last time you cleaned this place? You know what I mean? So I'm going to fire you. And I'm going to hire Tim. I'm going to ask him right now. Hold on. I'm going to the freaking Facebook page right now. Here we go. Just make sure I'm typing. Okay. Hey, Tim. I'm in need of a new podcast producer. My current one is lazy, unappreciative, and shows up to work late every week. Please let me know your hourly rate as we record once a week for a few hours. Thanks, Levi. You know what I mean? Sent. I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you right now, if he comes back with anything lower, than $500 an episode, see ya. 3 strikes, you're out. Bye. Like, still, by all means, come over for Thanksgiving, okay? You know what I mean? But as far as this production goes, it's the Tim Show now, baby. It's the Tim Show. And you know what I mean? Like, ladies and gentlemen, I just Googled jobs near me. And there's 18 of them right here within 4 minutes of the house that require zero education, zero talent, zero skill. And they literally just ask you to show up. You don't have to do any work. Like, you literally don't have to do any work. You just show up and you instantly have a salary and benefits. Like, and guess what? The big guys, like the most of the big corporations, they pay you daily now. They pay you daily. You can access the money you made during your shift that day or whatever. I don't know how it works. So, like, get the fuck off Facebook and get a damn job. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Listen, man, listen. The Shack is back, okay? And I'm telling you what right now. The Shack is back, baby. And I'm not talking Shake Shack, okay? We're not talking Shake Shack here. We're not talking Shake Shack. We're talking about RadioShack, okay? The Shack is back. RadioShack, for the 12-year-olds playing Fortnite and listening, the radio is something that your parents and us millennials use to access our music and entertainment while in the car. It was our version of Spotify before Spotify, and we had to pay for it. It was just kind of free. So now that every listener on the podcast is set, the Shack is back, right? And you know what's crazy too? I was just at a wedding, okay? And motherfucking James was there, okay? If you know, you know, right? I'm working, you know what I mean? I'm DJing, I'm taking photos. Justin's there, Sway's there, running the photo booth. We've got the whole show going. And before the doors open, I hear Levi in the deep voice, and I know instantly. Listen, when I tell you James has been drunk since 3 p.m., I'm not exaggerating, because he told me and multiple others at the wedding multiple times, James brought a Four Loko to the damn wedding reception. You know what I mean? He walked in with a Four Loko. But you gotta love him though. He did his damn thing on the dance floor. Okay, of course, we snapped that pic. It's on the screen. Don't worry, James. No one's gonna see it. No one watches the podcast anyways. Only a couple hundred people. So, RadioShack, I work with James at RadioShack, for those of you who don't know. RadioShack, listen, they got themselves a peppy little spit fuck of an intern, okay? And the boy is wild, this man, okay? The dude is giving Wendy's a run for their money on Twitter, okay? The kid doesn't give a fuck, and I'm here for it. Listen to this. On June 29th at 1:18 p.m., middle of the day, the 2022 summer intern at RadioShack tweeted, "If you find a squirter, marry her. If you find a girl that squirts, marry her." Listen. Now, we'll dive into the history of RadioShack here in a second, but my God, did you know that RadioShack.com and RadioShack.org are two different things? Did you also know that they made $3 billion last year? Did you also know that they're pioneers in the crypto industry? Oh yeah, baby. Listen, you'll You'll hear me talk about all this later in pretty much a new segment that I think we're calling Calls with Paul. So my buddy and I, Paul, we hopped on a call, we recorded it, and we're going to pick out some bits. We're probably going to try to do this once a week. It might become a Patreon thing. I think that's how we're going to grow that because guess what? Still 0 Patreons. And guess what? It's only $1. And guess what? I know you got $1. So it might become a Patreon thing. That might be how we grow it. We're going to see. Might be bonus episodes there. Like I might throw up the whole thing, not just the bits we put in these episodes kind of thing. Maybe we'll see. We're going to figure it out. But anyways, can we get Paul on the phone now? We're going to get Paul on the phone. We're going to get Paul's phone call queued up right now. And I was dying to hop on here and talk about Radio Shack with Paul.
The whole story, allegedly, like it's a guy that it's like a crypto bro.
Yeah. So okay, do you know the history of Radio Shack?
I mean, I know they like went bankrupt, and there's like one of them or a few of them left in the U.S.
Okay,
I don't know. I haven't really spent much time thinking about Radio Shack.
I know. Well, 'cause I worked there for about a year and a half, and trust me. It's a doozy. I'll tell you, not right now, but I'll tell you some stories from when I worked at Radio Shack and the shit we did in there. But man, so Radio Shack, yeah, dude. So they failed. They went out of business because like, they were selling fucking like transistors and actual like CB radios and shit. Like our sales there were 50% Boost Mobile re-up cards and 50% police scanner radios because the people of York County need to know where the police are.
York County radio.
Yeah.
That's even so. Like I was Radio Shack guy who bought resistors and stuff because I was always like working on amps and guitars.
Yep.
So I was like the guy who actually like needed to shop at Radio Shack.
Yep.
Like I used it. And there was also one that I could walk to as a teenager from my parents' house. So
yeah,
kind of convenient.
So they went out of business, and then like basically like 8 years ago when when Shopify blew up and e-commerce became a thing for literally everybody and their brother.
And I could buy anything that's real on Radio Shack on Amazon for half the price probably.
So what happened was Ty Lopez, Ty Lopez,
refresh me. I know the name vaguely, but I don't
Ty
know.
Lopez is like the shitty Gary V who is always in his garage saying if you read a book every day you'll have a Lamborghini like me, and then he makes you buy his course.
It's the kind of guy you see on TikTok talking about business, and also like some guy on LinkedIn like see him every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
So, got it.
Exactly. And it's like there's
I also like shitty Gary Vee as a way to describe someone. So.
Yeah, like he has NFTs now. Like you can get a Ty Lopez NFT, and it basically allows you a 20-minute Zoom call with him every year or whatever. So,
oh my God!
So Ty Lopez,
what a bad feeling it is to live in this timeline.
Yeah. So Ty Lopez got a bunch of investors together and convinced him it was a great idea. So he bought up Pier 1 Imports and Radio Shack and a couple of other big name brands that you don't see retail stores for anymore, but they have a very strong online presence. And for about the last 10 years, Radio Shack still sold phone cases, their branded batteries, their shitty branded like MP3 players, their shitty branded speakers. Like they still sold all the shit online. They even had a merch shop. You could get a Radio Shack t-shirt for $35. So
awesome.
And so that inevitably failed, right? Because no one's going to RadioShack.com when the latest iPhone comes out. We're going to Apple and Best Buy. And so that failed like tremendously. And so then last year, well, during COVID, whoever, I don't know if it's still Ty Lopez and his team or a new team that bought the rights, they announced, and I believe if you go to RadioShack.com, no, wait a minute. It's not anymore. Well, maybe it's still looking for the swap here. Okay, here we go. If you go to RadioShack.org, you can download RadioShack Swap, where you can purchase RadioShack cryptocurrency, and you can use the RadioShack. You can use the RadioShack DeFi exchange. You can.
Oh my gosh! I'm on it right now. Okay.
You can go to app.radioshack.org and you can literally buy Bitcoin via RadioShack or a radio coin or a Shack coin. They have 2 coins. They have a Shack coin and they have a radio coin. Hold on, I'm looking up to see how much it's worth. Radio Shack coin worth.
While you look this up, I also have to just comment on. So I'm on my phone, which I just quickly looked that up because I wanted to know. But the website, when you so any website like what this is, based on how you just described it to me, when you can tell it was designed with web first, but designed to be looked at on your phone,
yep,
you know that there's something not good that this website's doing because it's meant for programming the brain. So now knowing what it is, I'm oh cool, it's meant to be on your phone. It's meant to hop over from a TikTok video and then shop free crypto on RadioShack.
So are you ready for this?
Yes.
Are you ready for this? The RadioShack, the radio coin, is worth 0.009768 of a cent. So not
very
so a tenth of a penny. A tenth.
Well, I mean, everything's a poorly performing coin.
And to put that, hold on, to put that in perspective, here, I'll tell you exactly how much. Hold on. To put that in perspective, that is 0.00005015 of a Bitcoin. You wouldn't have any money right now.
if you had Shack coin.
Yeah, you'd be in the negatives if you had the Shack coin. So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to RadioShack.com, you can still buy the MP3 players, the 2-way radios, the earbuds, the headphones, all of the RadioShack products that are overpriced and from Alibaba.com. They're just drop shipping. Oh, here, look, here. Here's all the brands, dude. Here's all the brands that Ty Lopez bought. RadioShack, Linen and Things, Pier 1, Dress Barn, Farmer's Cart, the Franklin Mint, Steinmart, which there's one on the Carlisle Pike, I think.
Wait. Steinmart. Okay, ready? Here's a Steinmart connection. I worked with Steinmart at Nextbook.
Wow.
And Steinmart bought a license to the PayDraft software about a week before they closed forever.
Wow.
I felt so bad when that happened too, just because they spent their, some of their last revenue on using our service.
You jackass. Someone at Steinmart didn't get their last paycheck because they gave it to your stingy ass at Net.
They bought a Nextbook Media piece of software instead. And I was like, I still kind of feel bad. What a waste of your last precious few dollars as a human being.
Yeah.
Not as a human being. Jeez, that's dramatic.
Dude, so now
part of that.
Yeah. So now all these brands are literally just e-commerce sites owned by some conglomerate that are trying to stay alive. They're probably making, I'd venture to guess, they're probably each making 6 figures each in profit every year. So whoever's running these is probably making 5 to 10 million a year on all these sites just from SEO and backlinks and
yeah, for sure,
brand recognition.
Yeah. I would be shocked if they weren't.
Like I'm on RadioShack.com right now, and I'm on a scroller. There's an inflatable projection screen for sale for $350. There's some knockoff straight from China, straight from Alibaba. Wireless charger alarm clock. Get the look and feel of a retro alarm clock with the latest retro tech of a wireless charger for only $44.99. And it's going to probably charge your phone so deadly slow. Oh, and look, frequently bought together RadioShack AA batteries for when your power goes out and you need your alarm clock to wake up in the morning.
I'm laughing really hard about how slow it's going to charge your phone, because that's every product like that I have, I think my mother-in-law got us like wireless chargers at some point for iPhone.
From Five Below.
They're like solar powered.
Yeah.
So, but like to charge the thing via solar power takes like 2 weeks. So like in the event of not having electricity, like you'll die in the desert kind of situation.
Yeah.
But then if you charge your phone off of this thing, that also takes like a full 24 hours.
Yep. Yeah.
And it kills the thing. And sometimes it's like the thing doesn't charge the phone before it kills the thing.
It's
so
insane.
I'm just picturing like that type of product, but in an alarm clock that you bought from RadioShack in the year 2022.
It's insane.
Am I on point with what you're seeing?
Oh yeah. It's the 30-cent wireless chargers from Alibaba that they're uppricing for 3,000%. Dude, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at an Apollo RBG LED corner floor lamp. This thing that I got so many ads for during COVID. I almost bought 3 of them because I'm like, holy shit, look at this sleek, sexy pole that just has an RBG strip in it that I have to plug in that literally only costs $2 to make.
It's an RGB and not a Ruth Bader Ginsburg strip. You're talking about green blue.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
You said RBG. It's like, I don't think it's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm pretty sure that it's red, green, blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Just making sure. I was like, is it a Supreme Court justice who died, or is it the colors? What am I picturing here?
Oh no! It's like think of like it's like a stick. Think of like a stick.
So it's just one of those things you can also get at Five and Below, but for some reason they're selling it at RadioShack.
Yeah.
People.
Oh yeah.
See, like, here's the thing. I would love to. Can you look at their like annual revenue? I'm just curious how it's done since it failed and became this thing.
Annual revenue. Ooh, RadioShack annual revenue.
Because I would love to know why they still exist. Really, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Okay, December 14th, 2021. RadioShack revenue is $3.4 billion annually. After extensive research and analysis, Zippia's data science team found the following key financial metrics. RadioShack has 5,800 employees, and their revenue per employee ratio is $589,000 a year. Their peak revenue in 2021 was $3.4 billion.
So this company that went out of business, as far as I understand, can you look this up? I need the story on Wikipedia. I need to see what, because like, how's a company that went bankrupt worth multiple billions of dollars when all of the things it sells exist on Amazon and all of the other places you mentioned earlier? I'm just very curious about this situation.
So here we go. Okay, 2017, bankruptcy. It was speculated on March 2nd, 2017, that General Wireless was preparing to take RadioShack through its second bankruptcy in 2 years. So, yeah, they also converted 1,300 of their remaining locations in their dying days to Sprint mobile only locations.
So that's how they like own a bunch of stuff, and they turned it into they diversified their interests into a bunch of others.
Right.
Okay,
So
that makes a little more sense. It's also still like ludicrous to me that they still exist, but
right.
There's a lot of things that exist that shouldn't, as we've discussed before.
Okay, here we go. In late 2018, dude, RadioShack partnered up with Hobbytown USA to open around 100 RadioShack Express stores. Hobbytown owners select which RadioShack products to carry. So that's why there's one right down the street from my house. There's a RadioShack Express right down the street from my house, but it's it's like a hobby store.
All right, so we need to discuss now that I know that RadioShack still has a presence. I was not aware of this. This is all news to me.
Yeah.
The tweet from yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess now, is even more hilarious.
Okay.
Because it's like, this is coming from a brand.
Okay, are you ready? Here we go. So there's 2 more updates. In November of 2020, RadioShack's intellectual property and its remaining operations, about 400 independent authorized dealers and about 80 Hobbytown U.S. affiliate stores, proud to say we have one right here in Central PA, Its online sales operations were purchased by a retail e-commerce venture, a Florida-based company. So I'm pretty sure that was Ty Lopez's company.
Yep, I think you're correct based on what you previously have told me.
And so, which I thought that was like years and years ago. I didn't know that was 2020. Maybe this wasn't Ty. Maybe Ty Lopez was before. Either way,
if you think about it, it has been years and years ago.
Right, that's true.
Like that 2 years ago is now
years and years. Yeah,
8.5
True.
years.
True. Okay, so then in December 2021, REV, I guess Rev, announced that they will be using part of their brand name on a cryptocurrency platform called RadioShack DeFi. And the platform will allow companies to exchange and freely swap the cryptocurrency called Radio. The Twitter account for RadioShack would open... I'm sorry. The Twitter account for RadioShack would end up trending in June of 2022 as the account had posted comedic tweets which some considered edgy and inappropriate to the retailer. These tweets usually included profanity and tagged other corporations such as Best Buy and Applebee's. The account also tagged musician Lizzo and a YouTube creator like Matar Anas. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
Known as some ordinary gamer, and Steven, somebody known as CoffeeZilla, referencing the latter to their official website and listing vibrator batteries. What?
So they just went on full edge. So like, I saw the tweet I sent you more specifically that really funny guy responding and being like, as a Christian, I'm not shopping at RadioShack anymore.
Yeah.
But why did this happen? Is there a why in this? That's what I don't know if you have more context than what you're reading now. I have no idea why this.
So this is where it ends, and this was like the last entry in their Wikipedia, their Wikipedia entry thing or whatever. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they have realized, and they're probably not making any money on RadioShack.com. There's no money to be made on RadioShack.com. So what they did is in 2020, 2021, they got a bunch of investors together and said, hey, listen, we're going to do this crypto thing. We're going to be Web 3.0 before even Web 3.0. Look at us. We're the first to do it. Here's our homepage. Here's our crypto. We've already got a fucking coin. Look at us. And so then they get investors. That's probably where their $3 billion came from. They probably just did a seed round to get $3 billion to launch their crypto shit. They have this app or whatever. And so they're like, hey, how the fuck do we be like Elon Musk and move the price of this shit? Because all Elon Musk has to do is say, hey, Doge to the moon. I love this coin. And it goes from 0.009 cents a coin to almost 70 cents a coin. And like,
I think you're 100% right. That is the backing of how this started. That's
someone in a meeting, a teenager or some 28-year-old in a meeting said, guys, listen, we need shock. We need awe. We need Big Daddy Elon Musk to notice. And what are we going to do? Let's take this legacy brand and all these people.
They tagged him in one of the posts. You're
exactly.
Right. Because they were like, Elon, make Twitter this way.
Right. So let's go shock and all. You think RadioShack is the shit? You think Wendy's is the shit on Twitter? Watch this.
Wendy's is pretty good on Twitter.
Watch this. Get you a girl who can fucking squirt, bro. And tweet. Like, hey, that's a good idea.
I think it was actually even, it was like, marry her.
Yeah. It's,
like, just also like kind of out of nowhere. That was why I was like, like, wait, what?
Now, from what I understand, the tweet has since been deleted because I couldn't find it. It basically said on...
The intern said, I'm not apologizing for it. It has been removed, but then the intern followed up with like,
yes, you're
expecting me to apologize. I will not, because I knew this would do numbers. It wasn't I didn't think twice. I did think twice, and I was like, I'm posting.
Yep. On June 29th at 1:18 p.m., find you a squirter, marry her.
Incredible.
And then it goes viral. He deletes it. And little buddy says, yeah, Shack Intern, I want to take a sec to reflect on my post. I know you're
Also,
expecting
I
me
love
to
the idea
say.
of Shack Intern, just like calling yourself a Shack Intern.
Right. But I did it because I know that shit was fire as fuck. No, we didn't get hacked. And no, I'm not fired. Buckle up, bitch.
So they're just going like full on shock and awe. We are in like the beginnings of the bombings of the war, where they're just gonna throw stuff on Twitter and just keep rolling with it.
Oh my God. I just clicked on a random link that was on their Twitter page, and it's an apparel category called Since 1921. Bro, you can get a trucker hat, you can get a hoodie, you can get a t-shirt with the original RadioShack logo. I mean,
since 1921, that's RadioShack's been around since the 1920s.
This shit is
they survived the
fire.
Great Depression.
It's fire, bro. Fire. And
I guess I'm saying they survived the Great Depression. At the time, the radio was like cutting edge tech, and if that's what they probably started with the name like that.
RadioShack, formerly RadioShack Corporation, is an American retailer founded in 1921. At its peak, it was in 1999. And then in 2015 is when they filed for bankruptcy for the first time.
All makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by BlueChew. Listen, I just went to wadpod.com/blue to log into my account, and let me tell you what. I upgraded my order, okay? Once again, I'm back to tell you I'm buying more. I don't give a shit how much BlueChew you guys get. I'm telling you I'm buying more because it works. I'm telling you I'm buying more because it works. All you have to do is go to wadpod.com/blue, and on your very first order, you're going to meet with your doctor right online. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to fucking it's a quick FaceTime call. You let them know who you are just to make sure you're human and that you might have possibly a condition. They're going to approve you right away. And then you get your first order free. We're giving you your first order $20 off. It's going to be free. You're just paying $5 for shipping. It's wadpod.com/blue. Okay? Just logged into my account this morning. I've got another credit, which means another one of you kick-ass, bitch-ass motherfuckers has signed up by going to wadpod.com/blue. And I thank you for it. I appreciate you. I appreciate it because it helps the podcast. It helps me. It helps the stress. It helps the anxiety. It helps everything. You're helping me, helping you, helping everything else happen. You know what I mean? So all you got to do is go to wadpod.com/blue, sign up real quick. You do a quick thing. You tell them what you need. And then your first order is $20 off because of us. You're welcome. And all you do is pay $5 for shipping. It's that simple. Okay? You need to go to wadpod.com/blue and get your first order for free and pay $5 for shipping, and then continue getting them monthly because it's going to change your life. Meg says it works. You know what I mean? You want your shit rock solid? You want your shit rocking and swinging, rocking hard, left, right, rock solid? 4 to 6 hours? It's not going to be that long, but that's how long the pills last. That's all you need, baby. Okay? wadpod.com/blue is all you need. Listen, last night, Megs and I, you know what I mean? And I, 20 to 40 minutes before it happened, I just kind of, popped one, popped two, shoot 'em up, swallow, okay? Take a swig of water, swash it down, let that shit work. And then we're at wadpod.com/blue for the evening. You know what I'm saying? For the evening. You get $20 off your first order and $5 shipping. That's it. It's done. Back to the show. Listen, the 4th of July, okay, we've already talked about it, the 4th of July, it's come and gone, and every year I say the same thing. I say the same damn thing. I'm going to get up early, and by the time 12 o'clock rolls around, I'm going to watch the Joey Chestnut hot dog eating contest, okay? Let me explain something to you. This man holds the world record for eating 76 hot dogs, buns included, in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, okay? He holds the world record. 76 hot dogs, bun included, 10 minutes, okay? I can't get through one damn hot dog in 10 minutes, let alone 3, let alone 76. And it's not just hot dogs either, dude, okay? Here's some of his other records. 182 chicken wings in 30 minutes, 45 pulled pork sandwiches in 10, 23 6-ounce meat pies. 23 6-ounce meat pies at the Silver Slipper World Meat Pie Eating Competition in 10 minutes. Okay. He's eaten 55 glazed donuts in 8 minutes, 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes, 12 pounds of asparagus in 10 minutes. I mean, the list goes on and on. Cheesesteaks. He ate 23 6-inch cheesesteaks, dude. 23 6-inch cheesesteaks in 10 minutes. I mean, 118 jalapeno poppers. Ugh. Shrimp wontons, pulled pork sliders, Twinkies, burritos, gyros, poutine, 28 pounds of poutine in 10 minutes. The list goes on and on. Pizza Hut Pizzones, pimp. Pizza Hut Pizzones, 7.5 Pizza Hut Pizzones, 10 minutes. For the Pizza Hut challenge at the Spike Guys Choice Awards, 10 minutes, June 2011. I mean, can you think of anything more American? The month before the 4th of July, we're eating at the Spike Guys Choice Awards, 7.5 pizzones. You can Google his name and look at his entire sheet here. But that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, the man is an endless pit. Like, what do you think he eats for lunch on Tuesday? Like, what's just a typical day? And Mrs. Chestnut, right? She goes, hey, hon, what do you want for lunch? And then he just instantly throws up 383 chicken wings from this weekend's past events because his body can't handle breaking down that much food at that time, right? So, Joey's straight down in dogs, right? 1, bam, 2, bam, 3, bam, 5, 8, 9, bam, bam. Joey just gets done downing his 16th dog, okay? And then this immediately happens, all right? It's quick, so here we go. Boom. Boom, dude. Boom. We're going to watch it again. Oh, exposed Mayfield. Boom. 17 dogs. Joey Chestnut strangles him, dude. Strangles him. Get the fuck out of here, Darth Vader bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? It's absolutely absurd, okay? Darth Vader beams down from the Death Star and straight up steals Joey Chestnut's spotlight. Now, this is clearly a protest, and after Joey got done proving that the hot dogs weren't the only choking hazard at this year's contest, we have learned that the man has since been arrested, and we're now learning that the young man in custody was protesting Nathan's pork supplier, okay? Nathan's, obviously, as everyone knows, is the hot dog company that pays Joey Chestnut to show up every year. Otherwise, they wouldn't get views or millions of dollars in hot dog sales. They also make the hot dogs. Okay, the pork supplier in question is Smithfield Foods. And unfortunately, Smithfield is known for animal cruelty, worker abuse, and pollution. Now, that's not all that bad, okay? Listen, Not to mention, maybe this might be a little bad. They just settled a $42 million lawsuit that they're paying out to restaurants and business owners for gouging prices during these insane economy of inflation that we have going on here. So, they've been through some shit. But honestly, what's the problem? You know what I mean? What's the problem here? We all know what goes into hot dogs, okay? You'd be lucky not to get a fourth left toe in your Nathan's hot dog on the 4th of July, okay? I mean, it's insane what these companies are putting in their food products nowadays. I mean, just last month, I think those 2 employees were just tossed. Just last month, they tossed 2 employees of the Mars and M&M's chocolate plant over in Elizabethtown. They tossed them into the vat of chocolate. And by tossed, I mean they fell in. It's essentially the same thing. And the first line of the article, as soon as you Google this happening, the first line of the article states, it wasn't a Willy Wonka kind of experience for 2 people at a popular chocolate factory on Thursday. Of course it wasn't a fucking Willy Wonka experience, you piece of shit. I mean, the genius writing these articles, they had to cut a hole in the bottom of the vat of chocolate to get these 2 people out that fell in, and then they emergency airlifted them to, I think, Hershey Hospital nearby. It's insane. And I mean, like just the other day, I just told Justin, just the other day, I was feeding Ollie his nightly dinner, okay? Chicken nugget Happy Meal, extra fries, of course. Fuck yeah. He was done, thank God. I had another bite loaded up. I had it dipped in barbecue. I was ready to put it in his mouth. He said, all done. And I said, okay. So Daddy took the bite, so we didn't waste the chicken. And I fucking feel around, and out I pulled a bone. I pulled a chicken bone out this big from the other half of my son's last chicken nugget. Thank God it was me. What would he have done? What would my 3-year-old nonverbal autistic son done if he found a freaking bone in his chicken nugget? Burger King? Anything? Any guesses as to what my son would have done if he found the bone? You know what I mean? This episode is brought to you by Dude Robe. Justin's pissed because I took over his ad read, but that's okay, because all you have to do and all you need to know is that you got to go to duderobe.com, DUDEROBE.com, and use promo code WAWD. That's WAWD, okay? Promo code WAWD. WAWD, you're getting 20% off. It's Dude Robe, baby. It's men's luxury robes. Okay? Listen, I just got out of the shower last night, and before I popped my BlueChew that I got by going to wadpod.com/blue, I put on my Dude Robe because I was fresh out the shower, okay? And we all know I hate the fucking floppy arm cuffs of all the other robes. I hate putting on a t-shirt because then it gets wet and weird, okay? So my Dude Robe's got the towel liner, the hood took care of my head, the sleeves were tight, my freaking strap was already there. I'm hitting the microphone. I'm getting too crazy because I love my Dude Robe. And I got 20% off when I ordered it too, because you know why? When I went to duderobe.com, I used promo code WAWD. And if I find out that any of you went to duderobe.com and just signed up for the email thing and got their promo code for only 15 or 10% off, or you just did like the standard sale that was going on for only 10 to 15% off and you paid more than you needed to for your Dude Robe when you could have used promo code WAWD, WAWD at checkout for 20% off the whole freaking order, and you'll probably get free shipping too? Let me freaking find out. Let me find out. You know what I mean? Let me find out. DudeRobe.com. Get yourself a robe, get yourself some slippers, get yourself some shorts, get yourself some lounge pants, get yourself the whole ensemble. NBA fans, get your favorite team's logo on the back of your Dude Robe. It's all included, 20% off. Promo code WAD at checkout. WAWD, the only 4 letters you need to know when you go to DudeRobe.com. Thanks. Speaking of fast food, dude, Subway, at it again. At it again. They're back at it again with the white vans, dude. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Levi.
And so, listen, we've got a love-hate relationship. We've got a love-hate relationship with Subway. I don't like the business model. I don't like going to the stores, but sometimes their food just hits the spot. Sometimes it does. And what I say last episode, that new steak teriyaki, it's it. But guess what? It's off the menu now. You know why? Because the Subway series is here, dude. The Subway series is here. We've introduced a whole new menu. We've got a lineup of 12 new subs. And let me tell you what, it's a doozy, okay? No more custom subs. No more choosing the bread, the cheese, the toast, the sub, the meat, the blah, 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 blah. No more doing all that, dude, okay? Look up. Because there's an all-new menu. They're tired of hearing you talk. They're tired of asking you the questions. They're tired of hearing you complaining. They're tired of people shooting their employees in the face because there's too much mayo on the sub. So instead, we're going to tell you what goes on the sub, and then that's what you're getting, okay? So what do? We broke them up into categories. Hey, Jimmy John's. You know what I mean? Jimmy John's. Like, you guys weren't the first with subcategory Subway. All right? We've got the Italianos. We got the cheesesteaks. We got the Monster. We've got the Great Garlic. We've got the Supreme Meats. We've got the Champ, the Subway Club, the Turkey Cali Club, some new, the Boss, the Outlaw. All new. Hey, guess what? It's just the same as before. Subway, I'm convinced Subway has gotten rid of their entire marketing team, and they basically just have this AI bot that they must pay hundreds of thousands of dollars every month for, and it spits out a random generated adjective that they can just throw on top of the names of their subs. Remember last year? We did this whole thing last year. It was the Subway refresh. And so instead of a turkey sub, you got a California fresh turkey sub with the all-new turkey and the all-new avocado spread that they've had at the same Subway for the last 5 years. You know what I mean? Instead of just a cheesesteak, a steak and cheese that's been on the fucking menu for the last 12 years, it's now the Outlaw, which is juicy steak, meats, pepper jack cheese with green peppers, red onions, Baja Chipotle sauce, not Southwest Chipotle sauce, Baja Chipotle sauce, toasted on artisanal Italian bread, the same Italian bread they've always fucking had, okay? You know what I mean? Like the Monster, thick, juicy steak. The Outlaw just has juicy steak, but the Monster has thick, juicy steak. Guess what? It's the same steak. They don't have two steaks at Subway now. It's the same steak. Okay? Crisp bacon, same bacon they've had for years. You know what I mean? It goes on and on and on. And with their all new creamy peppercorn ranch, it's the same damn ranch they had when I was 15 years old. It's the same shit. And every year Subway pours millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into their marketing and their ad campaigns and everything else. And I can't tell you how much I can't fucking stand it. Hey, guess what else they've got? They've got a FOOTLONG Pro. If you go on to the app, the Subway app, to order, you can access what is called the FOOTLONG Pro. Like, who the fuck are we, Steve Jobs? Are we on the stage at the Apple Park right now? But hey, wait, there's one more thing. You thought the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12s was impressive, but wait, there's one more thing. You thought the steak sub You thought the chicken teriyaki was impressive? Not only do you get the option of a 6-inch, not only do you get the option of a foot long, ladies and gentlemen, you can now upgrade to the chicken teriyaki pro. You can now go foot long pro. And that's just double the meat. And they've been doing that for 15 years. Hey. There's more. We found more in the app. There is an online exclusives menu. And when I preface this when saying exclusive, it's their celebrity meals. Okay? Listen to this shit, dude. Images on the screen. You ready? We've got the Meatball Marksman by Steph Curry. Steph Curry, Jesus Christ, can't say his name. The Meatball Marksman by Steph Curry. The Vault Witch by Simone Biles. I can't pronounce names for the life of me. The Danger Witch by Russell Wilson. The Beef Mode by Marshall Lynch. The Benissimo by Jimmy Garoppolo. Jesus Christ. Change it. The Grand Salami by Derek Jeter. And the Full Throttle by Kevin Harvick, dude. They've got a celebrity menu. You know what else they still have? And they had these. They had these as soon as we got the toasters. They've still got pizzas. But you know what else they got? They've got flatbreads. But they're not called flatbreads at Subway because it's too boring to market regular pizza and regular flatbreads like every other company. So we call it Flatizza. I mean, we've got a cheese Flatizza. We've got pepperoni. We've got a spicy Italian Flatizza. We've got a veggie Flatizza. We've got it all. We've got all the Flatizza options, okay? You want a Flatizza from Subway? That's what you need. You want to eat healthy at Subway? Get yourself a Flatizza. I don't know why there's an accent on it, but there is, because it has to be. You know what I mean? What do you think happened to the tunnels? Why did we drop that project? Is that still happening?
I believe boring tunnels I think it's still a project.
We're working on the second flamethrower, I think. Is that?
Yeah, there's the flamethrower. Every once in a while, I'll see like an update on the tunnel, and it's like, oh, we're running our first car for it. It only goes backwards and forwards down this really narrow tunnel that's going to give you an anxiety attack.
Right.
It's the last thing I've seen of the boring company. It's so funny. He's like, guys, I'm going to revolutionize travel in LA so I can get to my office faster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to invent the tunnel.
And the tunnel, and I mean the tunnel. Yeah. And we're supposed to assume that in no point in time the tunnel's going to collapse. Like the Earth's tectonic plates are not going to shift ever and just not collapse.
These things to market. I have no faith that tunnel will not collapse. I would not be into traveling in that tunnel. I also wouldn't travel to space with Elon because I don't want him to blow me up.
Well, do you think it's true? Do you believe it's true that there is a Tesla of his floating in space?
Oh, the way they launched. First off, like the funniest thing that made me laugh so hard when that happened. Like, we're just going to launch a car into space. Like, what? Like your podcast name. Like, what are we doing? Like, who is this for? This is just like completely like an inane decision. Like that. Like, what are we doing? I think he probably did it. He's arrogant enough to have thought that, like, oh, you know what aliens need to find when they find our solar system? My car. It seems like he'd spend more time on that than, you know, any of the things that would actually be meaningful or helpful to society at large. There's
rumors that the real Elon Musk body is in the trunk of that Tesla, and that the one that we see now is just like the alien version, like the aliens took over. And so that they shipped his ass off to space, and eventually we'll just go back to the mothership.
I
But
love the beautiful minds that exist in our country that can come up with that. That
someone,
I know
I think
like,
there was
genuinely believe it.
Yeah, I think there was a rumor that there was a body in the trunk, but I don't know. Not sure. Hey, have you heard?
It would be
have
really cool outcome of that whole thing if that was what it was. Like that'd be so much better than just shooting a car into space.
Well, have you heard about the space hotel that's coming in 2025?
I have not. You'll have to tell me about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, and rest assured, my friend, this is brought to you only by CNN.com. Okay, so like this isn't some hypothetical bullshit. Some company is setting out to create what looks like just a Ferris wheel, like an enclosed Ferris wheel.
So the thing that's like the spaceship they survive on in Interstellar.
Yeah,
like
I guess so. I guess so. Maybe that's what
cool.
I'm looking at.
So we can all escape.
And so we have pictures. There are pictures here of like what it'll look like. There's a lounge. There's a bar. There's pods for you to sleep in. There's a gym. There's a bowling alley. Each pod has like a desk for you to work at. There's like a common eating area. Wow, this looks fun. So it's a home away from home, and they're basically, here's a quote. It's going to get us the opportunity to have people start to experience space on a larger scale faster, the creator said. It's a win-win.
Dude.
It's a win-win.
Okay. I do want to go to space. I think it'd be cool to go to space, but like, why does it have to be
Is it real?
Like,
bro, is it real? Is it real?
So.
Do we go? Like, what do you do?
We can't even like build things here properly.
Yeah.
So, like, why would I think that would be a thing?
I think that like it's not like there's no. It's just like what do you like? Is it like what happens when you get out? Like, can I look out the window and see Earth? Like, is that a real thing? Like,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Are you sure? Cool. Can you tell me for sure it's real?
I also would love to know, like, when they say, like, get more people, like, what's it going to cost?
Oh, for sure, at least.
There's no way a normal person will be able to go there.
What do you think? Like 100,000 a night?
I would think somewhere. Dude, like the Star Wars Disney resort's like $5,000 a night. So like, and that's on this planet. That's in Florida, like one of the worst states in the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. My name's Levi McCurdy. Check out our sponsors, DudeRobe at DudeRobe.com. Use promo code WAWD, WAWD for 20% off, and you'll most likely get free shipping too. And go to check out BlueChew. It's wadpod.com/blue. This has been episode 48 of the What Are We Doing podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name's Levi McCurdy. I'll see you next week. Peace.